So here's a bit of trivia for you, John.
Ooh, I love it.
Which state came first, North or South Dakota?
It's like the chicken or the egg. I have no idea.
And apparently no one else does either, because President Benjamin Harrison shuffled the statehood paperwork so that basically no one would really know. He did this so that there wouldn't be discussion over which was 39th and which was 40th. And now they're basically listed in alphabetical order.
Typically. Likewise, North Dakota usually goes first on most lists, but we're queer and we're doing everything backwards. So consequently, you're listening to Queer Money Podcast, episode number 415. And today we're sharing the most affordable LGBTQ plus friendly city in the state of North Dakota.
Yep. We covered South Dakota back on episode 401. So let's move north with North Dakota. The mission of Queer Money is to financially empower the LGBTQ plus community. Join us in thanking Capital One for supporting that mission. Welcome back to another bonus episode. So, unlike Ohio, in North Dakota, not a single city got a 100 on the HRC MEI index.
Yeah, so that was a little bit disappointing.
That's pretty sad. And for that matter, the highest ranking city, our winner, only got a 79 out of 100. So
North Dakota is really scoring with those C pluses.
Got to up your game.
But that said, your cousin went to school in
Dickinson,
and he came out in like middle school, right?
At 14, had his first boyfriend at 14 in school. And
never had a problem as far as he shared with us, right?
Yeah, relatively accepted. And now we're talking, this was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, he's a grown man living in New York City.
Yep, exactly.
But he never had any problems. So again, as we've been saying throughout, definitely use our information as directional information, but you definitely want to put some boots on the ground and talk with the locals and experience it yourself before actually judging it. Because sometimes the headlines aren't necessarily telling you the truth, and sometimes numbers kind of skew the actual reality. So Take it all with a grain of salt. So with all that,
who's our runner-up, John?
Grand Forks.
Grand Forks.
Well, Grand Forks, we said that North Dakota is scoring with the B pluses there. Grand Forks is scoring it with the C's. It's not best or worst in any single category that we measured. It got a 73 out of 100 on HRC's MEI, which puts it number 2 for the state, coming in behind the winner, which we'll talk about here in a second. Incomes also hit the 2s. Medians on the low end at $50,000 and average on the high ends, second place at $62,000 on average per year. Cost of living is 96.8%, which puts it the second highest for the state. Home values are averaging about $228,000 per property, and rents are averaging about $903 a month. That's less than half of the national average, or almost $1,100 cheaper a month. That's crazy.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of meh going on for Grand Forks,
but great savings if you're a renter.
Yes, exactly. Tired of all the credit card offers you get from your current credit scoring app? Download CreditWise by Capital One today to avoid them.
Who's the winner, David?
Yep. Our winner is Fargo. No, I think that's not much of a surprise there. So why Fargo? Well, Fargo did get the highest ranking on the HRC MEI index, coming in at 79. Got lots of room to improve there, Fargo, but it also had the highest median income at $53,000 and the highest average income at $71,000. So you're making more money if you're living in Fargo compared to a lot of these other cities in the state. Its cost of living came in third at 97.2, so just slightly below the national average. Its home values also came in third for the state at $275,000. Its rents came in the second highest at roughly almost $1,400. Rents, highs for rents, home values, and cost of living actually came from a suburb of Fargo. So it really depends on where you live in Fargo. West Fargo is the more expensive area in the city, but it's clearly not LGBTQ friendly because they only got a 46 out of 100. So the city of Fargo is doing a little bit better job at engendering itself to the LGBT community with its policies. What are some other great things about Fargo?
Well, it was a good TV show in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Other things are that it has its own pride every year, which is great. This year, it's August 10th through 13th. And the Human Family, which is an organization, they host an LGBT film festival each year. And they're actually, I've read that they're actually working on this year's film festival. So that's quite striking and amazing. So definitely want to support that. And then, of course, there's the Fargo Moorhead Gay Men's Chorus. And that's not to be missed either. So wonderful.
Yeah. I think one of the things to point out here, folks, is that there are queer people who live everywhere. There are queer people who live in rural America, and some of them choose to be there, and some of them don't choose to be there. And so we want to provide locations and places that might be slightly more friendly for them to go to, especially for individuals who are escaping a non-affirming family. So I know we may knock some of these states and cities, but these are still places of refuge that some people can afford to go to when they can't afford to go to places like Chicago, New York, LA, San Francisco.
So with that, congratulations, Rapid City and Fargo.
Oop,
we look
not
forward.
Rapid City. Whoop.
Oop, Grand Forks.
Grand Forks.
Grand Forks and Fargo. Sorry, I had a little typo there. Congratulations, Grand Forks and Fargo and North Dakota. We look forward to you all improving your HRC MEI ranking in the next couple of years. Financial independence with a checking and savings account that doesn't nickel and dime you with fees. Get a Capital One 360 checking or 360 performance savings account at Capital One today.
For watching or listening to another episode of the Queer Money Podcast series around LGBTQ plus friendly cities and affordable cities in every single state. We covered North Dakota this week. Next week, we're going to another North, but this time it's North Carolina.
If you'd like to see the results of all the cities that we're reviewing in our analysis, please go to queermoneypodcast.com/cities or click the link in your podcast player, and you'll get the list of our growing analysis as we build it out week after week. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.